Hello everyone, it's Charlton, and I want to kind of give you the latest on the van attack in Toronto, Canada, Ontario. And right now, I'm live streaming on Periscope, but I don't know how much I'm going to live stream on Periscope because there's so much different material. There's videos of the shooter being arrested. They haven't released the identity of the shooter, but they have said that it's 9 people. Right now, it's 9 dead and 16 injured, many of those in critical condition. And so it seems that it's a lot worse than we was first known. And what I was having the most difficult time with was trying to pinpoint the where it happened, because they said between Yonge and Finch in Toronto on a very busy street and Sheppard. And so I was just trying to find it on Google Maps, and I finally nailed it down. And it's quite a long stretch. It really is. I'm going to show Periscope that as well, and maybe a couple videos, and then maybe just close that out and finish up on YouTube. But it's very long, extremely. And I kept trying to figure out where the van was based on like the helicopter footage that they have in several places, Sky News and other places, and pin that, put that with where it started, which was Yonge and Finch. That's where it was reported from the very beginning. So let me kind of show you the Google map. It's a long stretch. So many people must have been killed. I mean, so many people must have been hit. And I believe that number of 9 dead, 16 injured could very well go higher. It really could. Again, so far they have not released the identity of the driver of the van, the suspect. They're not saying any motive. They're not saying whether this is terrorism or any of that stuff yet. He was in a white Ryder van. And let me just show you on Google Maps, because it's quite unbelievable how far this individual went. All right, so goodness gracious, man. Damn. All right, started here. And that's Finch there, and this is Yonge. And he drove in this direction, all right? And if you watch here, this is the Sky News. This is the van, all right? And this is the building where he ended up, and I could play that just so you get a good look of it. And, there's the van right there.
Started to arrive.
And there's the building where it ended up.
What's happening?
And I'm just trying to show you that to give you a point of reference of how far this person traveled. This is, it's even on the Google map, Toronto van incident, Finch Avenue, and this is Yonge. And so he traveled this far, and I hope I don't lose track. I mean, it's so far that you almost lose track of where, and he went all the way to here. That's that building right there that is in that Sky News helicopter footage. And I'll zoom in so you can see it better. And that's where that van was, right in front of here with that green building in the background. And I'm just trying to show you that, because I couldn't figure. I kept thinking he just traveled like a block or two, but he traveled quite a distance. That's my point. And right now they're saying 9 dead, 16 injured, which is obviously horrible. And there's tons of footage. The aerial footage shows bodies covered with tarps, along that route in several places, but I think that number could climb, So let me also just quickly show you some of the video of him being arrested, which is unreal. This is probably the best, even though the figures are very small. And this is from somebody way high up. He's got a gun in his hand. You can barely see it. And he's pointing it at the officer. The officer's I don't know why, things are just different in Canada. I mean, the officer doesn't fire at him and just, put him down. He's got the gun literally pointed at the officer, and then he finally just concedes and puts it and throws his gun. See him? He's got it pointed at the officer right there. Right at him. And then he just chucks it. It's unreal. One more time. Right at him, and then he backs up and throws it, puts his hand in the air, and then they take that officer takes him down. Super brave officer for sure. And there's another video of his arrest that I just lost. Here it is. That's him on the car. Right there. His head down in the car. Right there. So, yeah, man. Again, they haven't released the identity of the driver of the van. There's, you know what? Here's another.
Detective Mark not been confirmed between 8 to 10 casualties, but that has not been confirmed.
Of the driver again pointing the gun at the officer.
Also toppled over.
Check it out.
Let's
See
bring
that?
in former Toronto homicide detective Mark Mandelson. Mark, thank you for coming into CTV News Channel. What do you make of this situation right now?
Well, it's a kind of situation that is very fluid, as you can appreciate, and information is going to be coming in every minute. So the things that are going on now is, number one, protecting lives and helping those that are injured, identifying those that have passed away.
I mean, I don't get it. Look at the people just kind of walking around like it's no big deal.
You have the whole span of where this van was driving, where the people were hit, and where he was.
Police again say between 8 to 10, possibly, are hurt. Witnesses telling us there were bodies still lying in the street.
All right.
And sources saying that there are casualties, but that has not been confirmed as yet.
I found this video as I was uploading mine to, you know, my video to YouTube. I want to smash this in here at the beginning, so because it's the best video of his arrest, and you can actually hear him. I'm going to crank the volume. You can hear him saying, "Kill me." I had saw reports of this earlier. I kind of disregarded it. I saw it very early on. I saw it once. Listen closely, you can hear it. So, but I just wanted to include this, and then I'll go back to the rest of the video that I filmed live on Periscope. And yeah, let's check it out. Crazy, man. Crazy. And you can hear him say, "Kill me." And he says, "Shoot me in the head," I think. All right, back to the rest of the video. So, you know, I think I'm gonna cut it there. I mean, there's so much material here, and I'll just be fumbling all over the place. And you know, there's some aerial footage of the tarps.
Did you see any part of the incident?
Yeah, we did actually. We saw the last few people get hit, and that's where we're driving north on Yonge Street, which is one of the busiest streets here in Toronto. I'm still a little bit shaking, so sorry if I can't speak properly. So we actually saw when the van hit the last few people that were on the sidewalk. So and then.
He did hit people on the street. From accounts, I don't think he just stayed on the sidewalk. He swerved. I mean, there was a headline that read, in fact, it was Sky News, that he swerved 4 lanes just to hit people. But I don't, you know, I just read the headline.
Dead bodies on the floor.
There's the van,
and,
right there.
As I'm driving up,
you can see it banged up in the front. He was hitting things that were, you know, structures on the sidewalk, smashing into things. You know what? There's that building that I'm telling you about, that where he ended up. You know, and that's Sheppard Street. You know, Sheppard that he turned onto from Yonge. And there is one witness,
along with a few other people, and
you know,
it was a hard image to to see.
In previous incidents, and they're not calling this terrorism.
Why?
You know, but in previous incidents with the van, they, you know, they had gotten out and you know, and continued the attack with knives and guns and stuff. So there was that concern. But they're not calling it terrorism, and they're very careful not to, particularly in Canada.
We can hear it in your voice, and
I'm going to end that.
Given what you've seen and how fresh it all is, we appreciate you bringing us more information.
And
but I just
there was one eyewitness too that was very good as well, and I'll play that, and then I'll finish this up. And he describes how it was just deliberate, and how the person it wasn't like somebody who was, you know, out of control or had a heart attack or something like that, that it was intentional. And so here's that person.
Yonge and Finch. They
actually won't even let me make it full
And from
screen,
what I heard, one person at Yonge and Finch, 2 people at that corner over there, and 3 people here were run over.
What did you see?
Like, it was all in shock. I was studying, and all of a sudden I see the truck just running through. I get up, and like by the time I come here, I saw someone with blood trail and all that already.
Did you see people jumping out of the way? Did it happen extremely quickly?
Yeah, it was pretty quick. He was definitely speeding. Like, he did seem to have control over what he was doing, but like, so it wasn't some sort of impairment where he was swerving or something, but just straight through. And he managed to make a perfect turn at that corner over there as well.
Do you know the color of the vehicle?
No, it was too quick for me to actually see license plate and color-wise. It was too much
again,
of a flash.
And a truck or a van?
Not sure about that account exactly, because, you know, the way he describes it, making a turn at that corner, Sheppard, like I showed you on the map, I'll show you one more time, is a great distance from where Yonge and Finch, where he began. And, you know, Sheppard is where he ended up. He's in front of that green building. And they said that in the press conference, that it was between Yonge and Finch and Sheppard. And there's aerial footage of the van. That's where it is. It's at the green building in Sheppard. So I'm not so sure about. I don't know about that witness account. You know, I just don't know. But you know what? One last time, show you how far he went. It's pretty far. Okay. And then I'm going to close this out. So that's that green building and that Sky News aerial footage where the van ended up. And it was like right in here, you know. And so that van ended up there. It traveled all this way. All this way, man. From here. That's Yonge and Finch. This is Yonge Avenue or street that he traveled on, and this is Finch where it started. So, 9 dead, 16 injured, many of them in critical condition, and I expect those numbers maybe to climb. Don't know the identity of the driver of the van, and they're not releasing motive yet or anything like that. And that's it, man. So thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe to my channel and give me a like down below. I'll see you in the next video. Later, man. And